And we're back. And we're back. Yeshiva Skula Show. Morning Seder. Zoom shteig. Good one. Okay. So today we're going to start learning Maseches Sukkah. The third parak, Lulav hagazul. That's what we'll be learning morning Seder in Yeshiva Skula Show in this coming year, Mirza Hashem. And so I wanted to at least start with an introductory shiur on the parak. Zog Neheliga Gemara. I'll show you guys. Zog Neheliga Gemara. This is a Gemara I learned with Rav Shmuel in Shana Gimel Eluzman. Lulav hagazul v'hayavesh pasul. So a lulav that is stolen or that is dry is pasul. We have to ask, what's the reason for that? Lulav, what about the other stuff? Okay. Dry.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so we got to see what's the reason.
Like, it's not crazy that it's pasul, it's crazy that it's either stolen or dry.
Right, like it's on the same level as like dry and stolen. So let's see what the Gemara says about these things. Shel ashera v'shel ir hanidachas pasul. Okay, what's an ashera and what's an ir hanidachas? Ashera is a tree that was used for Avodah. Very good.
We can't have it anywhere near our Mishnah or...
Right, but we're talking about can you use it for lulav? Zak the Mishnah nisht. So to see why it's pasul. And also ir hanidachas. Do you remember what ir hanidachas is? Ir hanidachas is a city that the majority of the city worshipped idolatry, and so therefore you destroy the entire city. Niktam rosho, if the top got snipped. Niktam rosho. Nifritzu alav, or the word nifritzu, what word do we see in there? Prisos. But here nifritzu is like it got spread all over. Like one got pulled this way, one got pulled that way, pulled in all different directions. So we're on Sukkah Daf Chav Tes Amud Beis at Lulav hagazul. Chav Tes Amud Beis, the beginning of the third parak.
So it starts in
Correct. Chav Tes Amud Beis. So Nifritzu alav or Niktam rosho, it's pasul. Nifridu alav, kosher. So now we have to see what's the difference between nifritzu, which seems like Bnei Yisrael sharu rabu v'yifritzu, right? They were manifold. So nifritzu, the leaves were spread. I don't know, maybe to all directions, and in like a wild way. But nifridu alav it just got separated a little bit, like hafrada, preda, kosher. In such a case. Rabbi Yehuda says, Ya'agdenu milamayla. Says Rabbi Yehuda, just tie it together from above. So is he talking about nifritzu or only nifridu? We have to see. By the way, it's interesting. The word nifritzu and the word nifridu are almost identical words. Pei reish, and then Tzadi and Peresh and then Dalet. And we know that Tzadi and Dalet have a connection. Manitz Tadak, if it's a binyan hitpa'el, the Tzadi gets a Dalet. And so here we have Nifritzu alav, Nifridu alav. Rabbi Yehuda says that you tie it from above. Is that Nifritzu or is that only Nifridu? We have to see. Tzine har habarzel. What? Kasheros. Okay, so those, whatever they are kasheros. Maybe they're a type of lulav, tzine har barzal, and they would be kosher for a lulav. Lulav sheyesh bo shlosha tefachim kedei lenaneh bo kosher. What's the size of a lulav? It's got to be 3 tefachim that you can really shake it. And so that's kosher. And that is the Heilige Mishnah. Now we are in the sweet, sweet Rashi. We're going to see the Rashi. And the Mishnah says like this. The Rashi says like this. Lulav hagazul. The lulav hagazul. Lulav kaf shel tamarim. So first Rashi tells us what a lulav is. It's a palm of date palm. Isn't it interesting that the word palm in English and in Hebrew it means this, the hand, the palm, and in Hebrew also it's the same word kaf. Palm, a palm.
We also call it palm tree.
Yeah, we also call it palm tree. And it's also palm is the hand. And in Hebrew, it kaf shel tamarim, to palm. It's like that line. It's like that lulav looking branch.
Interesting.
Yeah. Kaf shel tamarim. And we hold it in our palm. I don't know. And it also means spoon. Yeah. The Hadar Dani, says Rashi. So first of all, Rashi telling us what is a lulav. Okay, it's an important Rashi. The Hadar Dani, says Rashi, and later they say in the Mishnah, Hadas ve'arava ve'am bein avshayo. They'll tell me about Hadas and Arava by themselves. Now, why is Rashi telling me this? Rashi is very concise. Why is Rashi telling me what the future of the parak is going to be? Rashi doesn't always tell me what's coming attractions. So I have an answer. Rashi is bavorning. Rashi is answering a question without even actually answering it. He's answering the question without asking it, I mean. The question was, when it says that the lulav that's stolen is pasol, wait, so maybe if I steal hadassim and aravos, maybe I'll have that question? Comes Rashi and says, no, don't worry. They're going to later teach hadas and arava in a Mishnah in and of themselves. So that is our first bavorn of Zman, of morning Seder. Right? You see the bavorn represent? You see the bavorn, viewers? Bavorn is to answer a question without even asking it. Zok Rashi veiter hagazul. Rashi doesn't say hagazul, he just says gazul. But here he says lulav hagazul. So now Rashi is specifically talking about only part of the word. Gazul, puzzle. Rashi is already telling us what's going to be in the Gemara. The reason that it's puzzle is because it says in Pasuk, v'lakachtem lachem. That you take a lulav, you take for yourself the lulav. Oh, it has to be from you, so it can't be gazul. Yavesh, Zakt Rashi, Diba'in on mitzvah mehuderes, Tichsev v'anvehu. We need a Hider mitzvah. And so that's why Yavesh is not kosher. That's why it's on the same level as Gazul. Because Gazul is not Lachem. And Puzzle, Rav Yid, Makorati Beb's the shiur. אנחנו לומדים על לולב.
השיעור עכשיו פה?
שיעור עכשיו פה.
יפה.
ברוך השם.
ברוך השם.
מה נשמע אחי?
מה קורה? בוקר טוב.
בוקר אור.
הולכים היום?
לומדים.
הולכים היום?
לא יודע. של Asherah. So now we say, well, what's the reason that Asherah is puzzle? So Asherah is Elon She'ovdin Oso. Like the Rebbe said, it's a tree that we worship, Avodah Zarah. Ovdin Oso, Avodah Zarah. The Gemara is still going to explain. Like, okay, fine, use it for Avodah Zarah, so what's the problem, though? V'shel iradi dachas mishum de l'streifa kai. Zag. 5 דקות, סבבה. אז שעיר הנידחס, משום דלשריפה קאי. The ir הנידחס is for Sreifa Kai. What's the din of everything in the ir? What's an ir nidachas? Ir nidachas is a city where the majority of the city worship idolatry. What's the din of that city? Destroy it. Destroy what? Destroy everything in that city. Every tree, just level the city down to the ground. Crazy. But if you have a lulav from that city, so what's the din? Can you use that lulav on Sukkot, on Sukkot? Answers the Gemara, or explains Rashi, says the Mishnah, that you can't use it, explains Rashi. The reason why is because it's going to be burned. You're going to have to burn it in the future. Tichsev, because it says in the Torah, there's kol shalala tikbot, and all of the booty, the shalal, in the Ir Hanidagas, tikbot, collect it. The lulav by shiur, arba tefachim. A lulav has to have 4 tefachim. Wait a second, didn't you tell me that if it has 3 tefachim, it's kosher? Well, I guess we don't basket like that. I guess Rashi's saying you have to have 4 tefachim. But either 3, either 4, the lulav, it needs to be a certain size, right? Well, if it's going to be burned, what's its size? Burnt. Its size is ashes on the ground. So, like it's going to say later, they actually do the sugya. The kevan the highest streifa kai, and since it's going to be burned, ain't shiura kayim. It has no shear. The kisaruf dummy. It's as if it's already burned. And so therefore it has no shear, and so therefore you can't use it because it's going to be burnt in the future.
It loses any measurement it has.
Therefore you can't use it now because it has no shear.
That's insane.
Because it's omed l'streifa. Another din that's like this is if someone is chayiv misa in misa's beis din, and they're going to take him out and murder him. If someone goes and kills him on the way, pater. He's a god for Ketila. He's already like a dead guy. He just killed a different dead guy. He's established that he's going to be killed, considered dead. Halacha, the Gemara says, and it's very similar to this this lulav that's from the Ir Hanidagas, or wait a second, what's Rashi doing here? V'shal Ir Hanidagas? Oh, yeah, V'shal Ir Hanidagas basel, of course. Asherah and Ir Hanidagas basel. Nikdam Rosho, different to Olav. Nikdam Rosho, puzzle. It's not hither. So that's another, because that reason's back. Okay, so if it's dry or if it's sliced on the top, it's a problem. Either different to Olav. Mishadera. So maybe it's ripped off. Oh, so Raji ve'ena mechubarim. Ella al yedei aguda. Okay, so nifritzu is that it was completely ripped off from the middle. But the only way to keep it and make it a full lulav is by tying it together with those kleine klatch. Ki chofia, right? Ki chofia shikoran ishkuba. So it's not hid. They're also problem either. But if it's nifridu olive, it was just maybe like, separated, but not torn off. Mechubar mehem b'shidra. These kids are mechubar. Ela shat l'mayla heim nifradim. But on top, they're going this way and that way, this way and that way. Kan ulikan kan feilan, like the branches of a tree. So it says kosher, but Rabbi Yehuda says no. If it's so im nifradus, we have our answer. If it was nifradu and they were still connected, ya'agdeim, bring them together. Sheyu olim imashidra kishar lulav, and that they should be going the same direction towards the sky as the rest of the lulav plants. The rest of the lulav leaves, I guess you can call them. It says the Gemara, Tzine Har Barzel. It says, Mefarish B'Gemara Tzine Dekalim. So the Gemara is going to explain that it's talking about a type of the palm tree. Okay. So it's a type of tree that you're allowed to use. And then kasheros. Lulav in Jalan, the lulav of these special type of palm tree. Even though they have small leaves. Me'oid, very small leaves. Ve'ein olim im orcha shel shidra. And they really go out, these small leaves, they go out and they point in every different direction, and they don't go up with the rest of the lulav leaves. Still, it's okay. It's kasheros. Lulav sheyesh bo kedei b'farish b'gemara. They explain that's kosher. You have to be able to shake it. So you say 3 tefachim. B'farish b'gemara shlosha tefachim mitefachim tehei hashidra keneged orcho shel hadas. So because it's got to be 3 tefachim, the spine, the length of the hadas, the tefach, right, and I have another tefach. Ma? Shkayach.
לא?
מה?
זה מצווה.
מצווה גדולה. ללמוד תורה.
גם לשמוע.
איזה מתוק. כן, ללמוד. מה? זה גם ללמוד.
אז מה, יש שיעורים מחר?
לא יודע, אני באמצע השיעור.
לא, תגיד לי רק.
מה?
אם לא שנעשה, אנחנו.
לא, הולכים איפה?
ראש השנה, ערב ראש השנה.
למקווה?
לא, ערב ראש השנה.
מה, יוצאים לאן?
ארוחה.
לסעודה מחר בערב? דבר איתי אחרי שיעור, בבקשה. אוקיי. וטבח, ואקשי טבח, יש לי רק רש"י האחרון, ואז אני יכול לדבר איתך. וטבח יותר כדי לרענע, because you have to shake it. You need a shake, because it says later, Milo Morid, bring it up and down, Molichu, maybe you bring it this way and that way, this way and that way. Latzor, Ruchos Raos, to Tlalim Raim. To stop the bad winds and the bad dew. And that will do for today's shiur. Shkoyach Gadol. Great introduction. Much love, everybody.